What if you... Oh, but hold on.
Right into
what
that
if you,
mic, Jimmy. Just
fill
slip
it up?
right in there.
What?
Nothing.
This tea is bad. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Slip it right in.
I don't want this anymore.
I don't want it.
I'll have this other slurpy beverage. We'll cut all that out.
It's pool water.
Probably.
No, it's
cool water.
It's diegetic to the bit.
Well, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire on the TV is delightful, because nobody has any fireplaces anymore, so we play the fire on the TV.
That we bought from the store.
That we brought from the store.
I think I sprayed eggnog out of my eye.
Out of your eye?
There's weird milky substance on the inside of my glass. This is the spectacles on my glass spectacles.
Those foggy spectacles you have on?
Yeah.
Just overcome with emotions, Christmas emotions.
They're foggy with dairy. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it is I lactate out of my eyes.
Yeah. But you get that looked at. Well, it's that time of the year, folks. It's rainy season, and it's raining outside, so we brought the old tub inside the house.
Just pulled it on in.
We pulled it on in. We started up a fire on the old LCD. LED. CD.
A real fire.
It's a real
We
fire.
lit it on fire.
We lit the TV on fire.
And we're just warmed up here in the tub while the pitter-pat of raindrops fall, not on our heads, because we're indoors.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Get high on the burning plastic.
Get that Christmas high. Ooh.
So good. Now I really believe in Santa.
So welcome to the PJC, the Proud Jacuzzi Crew, as it's known in some circles. We do Would You Rathers, and we do Lonely Hearts, and we do Marry Fuck Kills, and we stick things up our butts sometimes. Not us. We have agents for that.
People for that.
We've got people for that now. But my name is Dane.
Being taken care of by top men.
Top men.
Top men.
Top men.
I'm Brian.
I'm Jimmy.
And
we're
top
all man.
We are all top men. We're top men.
Top men.
Woo.
Hey. Anyway.
Yeah.
Our first Would You Rather comes from Eden in LA. Oh. Yeah, we got a newbie, guys.
That sounds kind of like a TV show.
Eden in LA.
Jinx.
You owe me a Coke.
You owe me a Coke.
Yeah, no. What?
I said Jinx, fool.
But I said you owe me a Coke first.
Fuck you. You owe me a Coke.
This isn't about the Jinx.
You don't make up the rules as you go along to Jinx.
Just thought it was a good time to bring it up.
I wanted to remind you that you owe me Cokes. Now it's plural.
Well, you owe me cocaine.
Oh!
So we're even.
Luckily, it's
because
become legal in Anytown, USA.
Because
now.
in Anytown, USA, cocaine and coke are about equal.
About equal.
They're about worth the same.
I'll go down to the cocaine dispensary machine.
Put it in $1.50.
Put in $1.50. Get you a bump. Anyway.
Appreciate it.
Eden in LA
It's really cheap.
It's really cheap. Would you rather bathe in Jell-O, lime, or pudding, tapioca?
So the flavors are specified.
These flavors are specified.
To bathe?
For to bathe.
So,
It's not. It's
powerful one.
Yeah.
Is this once or always?
I think this is a one-off.
Oh, okay.
Because it says, well, it doesn't actually specify a time.
Would you rather do this or this?
Would you rather
I guess that sounds
forever bathe in one thing?
I guess that sounds like a once.
It sounds like a once.
You'd never be clean otherwise. You'd be limey or
tapioca.
gelatinous.
Well,
like a big jelly.
I don't know. I mean, the lime jello would get you limey, citrusy fresh.
There's like water in it.
Yeah.
That would probably get you the cleanest. But
yeah,
if it's a one-off, what would feel the best?
And it's bathe.
What's
bathe?
And what's scrummiest?
What's scrummiest?
Nummiest.
Because that's some of that shit's getting in your mouth.
when your head goes underwater, like it often does when you're bathing.
When your head goes under tapioca,
Ah.
as it often does when you bathe in tapioca.
Yeah.
So you're just getting in a big
Tub.
Let's
Like a bathtub.
if I may, let's spruce it up and say like a big jacuzzi tub.
Oh.
Like a big one.
Well, where would you get a jacuzzi tub?
I
Oh, right.
don't
Let's
know.
go in the backyard
Get those jets going. Get that Jello right up your butt.
right in there.
Is it so? All right. So I'm thinking logistically,
Yeah.
if it's Jello, it has to be a large amount of Jello cubes. Because if
Why?
it's a solid thing of Jello, like you get in, and then you've just displaced a lot of Jello.
You've like created like a big Jello wound
Yeah.
in the Jello.
No, I say that's part of the fun, is making your own cavity within it.
It's not really how it would work.
You descend
I
within
mean, it could be. It could be how it works. Like Jello can be a varying like
Density.
firmness.
Firmness.
Yeah.
So think about if you fill up a tub with water, and then you get in it, and then you fill up a tub with lots of Jello packets.
Oh no.
That would be the real cavity.
You would never.
So
get
it solidifies while you're in it?
Yeah, I guess it would have to be cold in the room as well. Maybe
yeah,
not.
you'd have to have a refrigerated room.
I wonder if this is somebody's fetish. This feels
Probably.
so specific.
People always want to like it. That's a common thing. Like, I would swim in a pool of Jello, and like, no, you drown, you die, you die,
If it was a swimming pool, but if there's a bottom to it, then you can
and it's not
kind
below
of
head
rest.
level.
Yeah, you can just rest.
I want to be cooked into a pool of Jello. I just want to get solidified into like a return to the womb.
Whoa.
And then a woman dressed as my domineering mother will
Oh,
booty clap
God.
on top of it. And
Booty claps.
Create Jello shockwaves. Oh,
Whoa, whoa,
and then and
whoa.
only then can I orgasm.
Well, to be honest, Jello grosses me out.
Oh.
Like, I really, really hate Jello. Any form or way about it, but I love pudding. So I'm incredibly biased in this.
to be clear,
Yeah.
the only form of Jello you don't think is disgusting is gelatin eggs. Isn't that right, Dane?
I mean,
Isn't
Yeah.
that right?
I'd shove
Dane?
an egg up inside me if that's what you're asking.
Where would you get that egg from, Dane?
I would get that from primalhardware.com, where the good folks there are. Thank you. Where the good folks there provide all the best insertables, rideables,
Kind of your butt.
and ovipositors for your pleasure.
Right up inside you.
So thank you, Primal Hardware, for your continuing support.
Nothing says Merry Christmas quite like a splorch.
In electric blue. I think I mean I love tapioca pudding. I love it. Like a lot.
It's pretty good.
So it's good, but it looks kind of gross.
It does look
Like,
kinda
it
gross.
doesn't
I don't
not
care.
Look gross.
Well, I mean,
I'd
It looks
bathe
like
in
somebody
it. It would
laid a
be
bunch
squishy.
of ovipositor-sized eggs in your fucking pudding.
and what's wrong with that? And what's wrong with that? Am I right? Am I right? I don't know.
Tapioca's interesting because it does have that strange consistency, but it's also
What?
from a root.
Is
I
this
think-
is
yeah,
it a
exactly.
seed or is it what is it?
No. It's like the resin from a root,
Yeah.
which is hardened into beads. You cook the beads, and it creates this like glutinous stuff that you add
Soft.
sugar
What
and
else
dairy
do you
to.
put that in besides pudding?
The bubble tea.
Yeah,
Oh, is that what a boba?
Yeah,
bubble?
boba
same
bubbles are
thing?
tapioca.
same stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're big
But they're
old.
big ones.
They're big and black instead of
Oh.
clearish.
Today I learned.
Yeah, there you go.
I had no idea.
I have a feeling you're going to be learning a lot on this podcast today, Jimmy.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Looking for love and
All the wrong places. Yeah, so I'm going to go with tapioca just because it's delicious and I hate Jello. So not too exciting, but them's my answers.
You know, it's funny. Like, it occurred to me like a couple months back that like I just like hadn't had Jello really since like I'd lived with my parents. And
For
I
a
had
good reason.
I had this weird yen to make Jello, so I actually got the Jello packets and I made some at home.
Gross.
It's not great.
No.
No, but like pudding is pretty fucking awesome. So yeah, I don't think it'd get me very clean and probably end up in the weirdest places.
What I don't understand is why they give Jello to people in hospitals.
Easy to chew.
Yeah, it's
But
basically
there's no nutrition in it. It's just fucking ground up cow.
it's sugar.
Caloric energy. It's nourishment of a kind at all.
I guess.
So this is a hilarious topic. When I was 5, I almost died from pneumonia.
That's so funny.
It is hilarious.
I can't stop laughing right now. Good thing I can do it silently.
No, it's too loud. But it was an all liquid diet they put me on, for whatever reason, and so it was like soup and Jello, and that was kind of it for I don't know how long I was.
Year.
It was it was
4 years.
a couple days.
6 years.
I think.
You were 6
I'm
and then
still there.
He emerged from the cryo chamber 600 years later.
I've got an uncurable strain of pneumonia.
They call him Jimmy the Spartan.
When they
last name.
When they finally cured pneumonia in the year 2020, he emerged.
But that happened, and it was weird, and I was a tiny child and sad.
Did you hate Jello after that?
No, because it
too
reminded
bad.
me. So this is not to get too off topic, but we're on our way to the hospital because I'm throwing up, right, uncontrollably, and my mom's like,
"Give him Jello, quick!"
No, my mom's telling me it's okay, hun. There's gonna be lots of kids because it's a kids' hospital. It took me to, so there's gonna be lots of other kids there, and there's gonna be Nintendo and this and that. And I was like, oh, Nintendo. I'm not even worried that I'm throwing up. I'm like, I want to fucking play Nintendo. I didn't have one. And then we get there.
I'm gonna throw up more.
There's no Nintendo,
Ooh.
and that was the biggest. And I to this day, I've asked my mom as an adult, were you just making that up to make me feel better? And she claims that she does not recall if she was told there would be Nintendo or not, or if she was just making it up.
She didn't know if there was Nintendo. She figured because it's a children's hospital, they'd have all the finest gaming systems.
I think she just, man, I threw fits about Nintendo. Anyways, I chewed Jello. Jello, though. Before we get all the way off topic.
For nostalgia's sake, Jello. I'll take pudding. Yeah, I'll take pudding.
Yeah, why?
It's delicious.
Yeah.
And I'd probably get in weird crannies. You
want it
crannies.
in those weird crannies. You wouldn't mind it.
It'll get all out eventually.
Also, Jello is disgusting, and Jimmy is a disgusting boy for
I don't know if I
choosing
like lime Jello. I just feel like it would get less in my booty hole, and but I kind of like the idea as long as I had another person to assist me from not getting stuck in the Jello. I kind of wouldn't be I would kind of maybe want to fucking solidify around me.
Yeah, that does sound kind of novel.
Well, that's the only thing that would draw me to Jello is the novelty of feeling Jello all around me.
Yeah,
because I can kind of imagine what pudding would feel like because I've had my hands in pudding before. I've been covered in a viscous liquid before. If you know what I mean.
Tell.
Wink, wink. Nod, nod. But no, just the smell, and you're in flippin' cow joints ground up. That's gross too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in pudding, you're probably there's probably dairy in there, and that's
okay.
Cow tit
You're
juice.
Right. You're right.
It's probably
also from a cow.
They also say that there's a certain content of pus in that in most commercial dairy, so you're in cow
and
pus
blood
and tit
blood
and bloodness.
Anyway, let's talk about love, because if the rainy season tells us anything, it's that love is important. When you're huddled indoors.
Pitter patter.
In the holiday season, love gets all up in your heart, slowly, imperceptibly, over time, like cholesterol, building up in chambers of your heart, eventually taking up too much space,
strangling,
stopping the motion of blood.
It's terminal sometimes.
Killing you.
So how do you purge
but in a good
this?
Way.
How do you purge this love out of yourself? I would say posting to Craigslist, personally.
You gotta come to the experts, folks, and that's what brings us to Lonely Hearts.
Lonely Hearts!
Hey, no clapping. Lonely Hearts. When we find the people who have the most empty, airy hearts, but just totally flushing blood through it, like water through a shitter, and we clog up that heart, blocking the bloodstream with delicious love. It's Lonely Heart, folks.
This is the most visceral, disgusting episode so far.
Have I ever told you about cow tit juice?
Nope.
Remind me to tell you about it sometime.
No.
Speaking of tits, Mine this week is entitled "Enjoy a Psychic Breast Reading."
Oh.
I will.
Parentheses, pleasurable, extraordinary, authentic.
No fakers here.
Fake fucking.
No fakers.
No fake ass shit up in here, folks.
This is real.
Okay. If you are wondering what the leading indicators of your future are pointing to, I have found a pleasant and revealing way to behold and probe these sources of mystery.
Oh.
I have an instinctive intuition and empathy vis-a-vis most people. And while I don't decipher palms, deal the tarot, or unpuzzle the residues of tea leaves, I can, quote-unquote, read a woman's breasts. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Da-da-da-da.
By
Is
revealing
a shark about to attack us? What was that?
That was the musical sting to let you know that something dramatic's happening.
Oh,
A
good.
shark did it, though.
Yeah, this guy's a shark, I
He's
forgot.
a shark person.
Yeah, he's a shark. By revealing and exploring these significant areas, I know how to locate clues to romance, happiness, and success. If it sounds like magic to you, that's how it feels to me. When it's happening, I feel as if under a spell. Your reading is free!
Oh.
No kidding.
Then
No
how
kidding.
how can you fucking refuse?
He's so charitable. And especially in this, he's feeling the holiday spirit. Giving.
Yeah,
It's giving.
yeah.
So yeah, your reading is free. It generally gets to be much more than visual. It includes various types and rhythms of touch, with every curve and angle taken into consideration.
And if you get turned on by it, so be it.
I get turned
I'll
on
let that happen.
By it,
It's just, it's a side effect.
it just means that I'm telling the future extra good.
I'm doing it real good.
Most spiritual practices involve arousal to some degree.
Yeah.
Every woman is unique. So is every reading. A lot is spontaneous and unpredetermined. Yet I keep sure that it remains very respectful.
Oh, gotta keep sure of that.
Oh yeah. But while intimate. Intimate. It can be 90 minutes or more, especially when the reading
Whoa.
starts getting deeper. Here are
So long.
actual testimonies.
Oh
Wonderful attention and touch. That was extraordinary. A very relaxing, sensual time. I had a very enjoyable time on many levels. It was really lovely.
Oh, do those have fake names attached?
No.
Good. Couldn't even.
no. It's just people. It's what people.
Someone said this. It was me.
It's what's been said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel a bit guilty because it's almost like it's not a personal. It's like an advertisement for a service. But it was posted in the personal sections.
Well, it's funny you say that, because mine is very similar in that vein.
Oh my god.
So this week's Lonely Heart on my end is actually a user submitted Lonely Heart.
Oh, good.
This comes from T. Rumari in San Francisco.
Oh,
The
where's
title
that?
titled 1K to be my GF for my company Christmas party.
Oh no. Oh no.
So here we go.
Oh my god.
I work for an engineering firm. Firm.
Firm.
And I'm sad to admit that I've been boasting about my beautiful girlfriend for the past year to my coworkers.
God.
My company is having a Christmas party, and I've been pressured to bring her along so that everyone can finally meet her.
They all know.
I'm
all know that there is no girlfriend.
Bonus points if you're Canadian, because I've been saying you're Canadian this entire time.
It's weird, right? I don't know. I've been looking for someone to be this beautiful girlfriend for 3 hours on the 18th. The party will be at this location at 7 p.m. You can either meet me there, or I can pick you up from wherever you are. Afterwards, I can drop you off wherever you need, or we can just part ways. How genuous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for a girl whom I can show off because of my boastful mouth. And I'm in a bit of a crunch here. Ideally, be beautiful. 18 to 30 years old, height, weight proportionate, and I will provide, on top of the pay, an entire extra amount for your attire for the evening. I'm hoping my, in quotes, GF, will wear something along the lines of a mini skirt and blouse with a long coat over. Nothing too fancy, but enough to show you off. I will, of course, provide you with a whole backstory on how we met and things we have done in the past, as well as information of my coworkers, which I would have mentioned to my girlfriend, in quotes.
You will be provided a cover identity. This ring will have a cyanide capsule that you will imbibe in case of emergency. You're mission if you choose.
Secret agent girlfriend.
So I do expect you to read it over and have some general working knowledge of our relationship.
Oh my god.
I expect you. I will be paying you $1,000 for this.
It's a lot of money for 3 hours.
Oh my lord.
To be fair. Please submit 2 pictures, one of your face and another of yourself, full body, so I can make the final decision of whom to go with.
Because I'll have so many people submitting for this.
Just fucking, yeah.
Seriously.
Banging down my internet door.
Why not hire someone from an agency or something? Well, if things go well and I need your assistance in the future when dealing with my coworkers, I will definitely be contacting you later on, and the price would be the same, $1,000 per 3 hours. So I do need consistency, which is why I'm posting here instead. There will be nothing sexual in our arrangement. I only expect to be able to hold your hand and put my arm around your waist as we walk around as normal couples do.
And then cup your boob every now and then.
Thanks so much for your consideration. And then he signs his first name.
Wow.
Oh my god, what a dumb nerd.
What a fucking... Like...
It sounds like an 80s movie.
Like, it's as you say, everyone knows. Like, are his coworkers not, like, probably they're Facebook friends, or they can look him up on Facebook, assuming, like, most people have a Facebook.
No pictures of her.
Like, where's his girlfriend the past year?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's weird.
Oh, she's so busy and sick all the time. She's either busy or sick.
She's Vase-Based. She's beautiful, guys. She's
so beautiful.
She's furtive. She's a creature of the night. She's hard to find. Even I have a hard time finding her sometimes.
I feel bad for the guy because he's so delusional, but I also feel bad for anybody who'd respond to this.
Yeah.
Did I bet you she's invisible? She's an invisible girlfriend.
She's the invisible girl from Fantastic Four. She doesn't actually exist. I'm a liar.
She creates force fields occasionally. She won't do it tonight. She can't do it on command.
Keeps me in a 50-mile radius force field.
She did it at Thanksgiving with my parents, so she's tired.
She's tired from Thanksgiving.
So, Bob, why has your girlfriend got a big, sack with a dollar sign on it? Why is she walking around with that at the party? It seems weird.
Oh, she found that on the street on her way over.
It has nothing to do with the fact that I don't own a checkbook. What? Nothing.
I only have bags of cash.
Sacagawea dollars.
Sacagawea dollars.
Bob,
it jingles and jangles.
Bob, why does she keep calling you Rob, then shit, then I'm sorry, Bob?
I'm sorry, guys. I don't think there's gonna be love here. No.
Oh.
I mean, if the first one could tell the future, we could see how this night goes.
Do you think the dude does dudes?
Yeah,
dude breasts.
I mean, men have breasts. Sometimes.
Men have breasts.
I do. Yeah.
Man tatties.
Tattles.
He says he
said a word.
He says he can read a woman's breasts.
Oh.
He might not be able to read a man's boobs.
Well, he needs to try.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He won't know until he tries.
He won't know. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know if the masseuse would make a good temporary girlfriend.
Just put a wig on him.
Put a wig on him. That'll do it.
No.
That'll do it.
What a pair of prize-winning jackasses.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, a part of me wants to be like, yeah, they're made for each other. Like, these two guys need to at least be roommates. But then they might, like, start spinning some real jackassery out their butts because they, like, synergize with their dumb shit and then, like, come up with some really bad stuff.
I like the idea that they, like... They plan out like a caper.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I'm just having an image in my head of them both peeking around a corner at like a sexy lady. And they're like, that one will fake date you. And then he like goes up. She just slaps him. And the other guy from around the corner is like, uh-oh.
Well, if you think about it, you got the brains and you got the money.
I was gonna say this feels kind of like an Odd Couple scenario.
Yeah.
Like you got your sort of sloppy like Oscar boob masseuse, and then you've got the more professional like Felix type. I got $1,000. I'm a programmer engineer guy.
Do what I want because I have $1,000
$1,000
for 3 hours.
Pretend to be my girlfriend, please.
So
My mouth made a no-no.
your mouth made a what?
My mouth made a no-no. My mouth made a doosey doodle.
I get it now. No, I don't think we found love here. That's too bad. But at least we've found a new sitcom, which I think we've done before. I think this is maybe like the
It's
third.
airing on CBS this summer.
We're retiring because of all the residuals we're getting from our sitcoms.
Really good idea.
It's called Lonely Hearts, the show. Well, guys, that was a really great job, but we've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Nose on the grindstone.
Hey, I want all of our noses to be smooth, like an axe, like an axe blade.
Oh,
Like
that's a specific thing.
Yeah,
Like Fonzie's axe.
like Fonzie's axe, smooth. This Would You Rather comes from the place known as Reddit by user mcheetah2 or Mikita.
Nikita.
Would you rather live in a world where vampires were real or a world where ghosts were real?
Oh.
Feels like we answered a question like this, didn't we?
Nope.
Like a world where
Nope.
We did the jerk off werewolf
Yeah, like I
or the
Impotent vampire.
I thought there was like one where it's like, you know, if like would you rather exist in a world where vampires and werewolves are real or not?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
You're saying that very strangely.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
You can go into our back catalog and find out, but
If you say so.
I'm saying it. Nope.
Okay. So I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Would you rather live in a world where ghosts were real or vampires were real?
So, ghosts don't do harm. They just
They can.
No, that
in
if
some-
it's a ghost, it can't.
In some stories, they do poltergeist effects.
Well, that's a poltergeist,
Poltergeist is a type of ghost.
but it's a poltergeist.
It's a type of ghost.
Ooh. There's the water's boiling with
What
some
if
controversy.
all the ghosts are just little Caspers?
That would be a specific ghost scenario.
What if all the ghosts were ghosts of aliens that haunt us and make us depressed, and they live in a volcano?
I mean,
I get it.
ghosts. Like, I mean, there are different stories about ghosts, and like in some of them, like ghosts can do kind of tangible, haunting stuff, like make blood run through the walls and like
make a
sour your
vase.
milk and
Make a vase.
turn you into a vase.
Alas,
Make your
my love has come along.
Make your children be born as vases. Have your cows give birth to vases. You milk your goats, and it's vase milk.
Various vase-based
I was
horrors.
making a ghost reference.
I got the ghost reference, but I like the fact that everything turns to vases.
I know.
I'm Vase King Midas, the ghost.
You were making a reference to the film. I was making a reference to ghost lore, where ghosts turn
make
children
vases.
into vases.
Where
It's well known.
Look that up on Wikipedia.
Ghost King Midas no longer turns things to gold, but turns them to vases.
Yeah.
As Jimmy said. Or spooty little vampires who go around flying around and flashing their teeth all over the place like a couple of flashy boys.
Ed and Bella-ing.
Ed and Bella. Wait, Ed? Edward, right?
Yeah.
So, are they like classic vampires where they're gonna fuck our fucking shit up, or are they sparkle vampires?
They're classic vampires.
Okay.
And sparkle vampires. There's all the vampires.
Oh.
Think of a kind of vampire. It exists.
A variety pack of vampires.
Yeah, we got daywalkers. We got night slithers.
What?
We've got
That's what?
cloud munchers. We
on.
got
In the original Dracula.
cave hangers.
In the original Dracula could walk around during the day. He was just weaker.
Bingo bango. Also Wesley Snipes.
That's too many.
He
conflicting.
was a half vampire.
We got underworlds. We got overworlds. We got between worlds. We got all those vampires.
We've got Lost Boys.
We
We've got Dracula 2000.
Come to the Vampire Emporium. off 36th.
You want a vampire? We got a vampire.
We got a vampire.
Do you want a vampire? Sure, we all do.
We're crazy with vampires. No,
Fucking
we've
lousy
gone
with-
crazy because of the vampires. We're so many kinds of hypnosis stizzed.
Come to Crazy Vlad's Vampire Outlet. Off of Route 9. Balloons for the kids.
We will / won't put your head on a pike.
We will / you.
Our price,
Like our prices.
Our prices won't bleed you dry.
So, do we want that?
Gosh,
So,
kinda.
well,
Do we want everything, or do we want everything to turn to vases? Which is it, boys? Because a vase-based
economy.
vases are so plentiful all of a sudden that we only trade in vases.
Fuck the Ming Dynasty.
The Ming Dynasty run by ghosts?
Yeah, and every single ghost would be able to, vase it up.
Is that where they are? Is a vase a ghost's home now too?
I guess. I mean, it's like
Kind of like a genie?
a genie.
so like
you're-
anytime you break a vase, you're haunted.
yeah, you're haunted.
Oh.
And
But
then,
they're money, so you have to interact with them.
Yeah.
gotta negotiate with ghosts to get your groceries.
Dang.
Ghost trees.
Oh. That was a harsh laugh.
I
at the
love.
end
Well, I
there.
just your reaction. Oh,
How do you make change for a vase?
Smaller vases.
without breaking. Yeah,
You got it.
yes.
I needed some smaller, less haunted vases for my big, very haunted vase.
Everyone walks around with fucking carts now.
Well, they said after World War II, the money in Germany got so depleted, like the value of German currency was so low that people were burning money for fire, like to stay warm. And, a wheelbarrow full of money would be one loaf of bread, that kind of thing.
Jeez.
Shit.
And that's kind of happening in Venezuela right now. Let's get real here. Again, let's
talk
stop
about-
getting funny and
talk
start
about,
talking about black market trade in Venezuela.
We could also instead talk about. I guess it was a Nazi plan
Yeah.
to make fake British currency, fly it over England, I guess, and just drop it from planes.
Yeah, devalue the
to
pound.
fuck up their
Oh.
entire economy.
Oh.
But it never happened.
That's too bad.
But I guess they found these like bunkers of fucking so much fake British money.
Jesus.
And I guess it was
Pounds.
I guess it was a documentary about this. I'm telling this story fucking second wave, but like
Fucking wacky Nazis.
it was like I guess the guy in charge like he just like, well, this isn't enough money. We got.
Are you talking about Hitler?
No.
Is that who you're talking about? The
well-
guy in charge?
No.
He had
Because-
guys underneath him.
Well, so yeah, the guy that was in charge of this project, I'm saying, like he just kept making more money because I guess the
Right.
idea was that once this was done, he was going back to like the war.
Oh.
So like he was like, no, we need more money, guys. Like we need to keep making.
Because I don't want to
stuff
go
out.
back to the war.
Yeah,
so I'll just
basically.
keep making money.
Oh, okay.
So do you think he was the first vase-based ghost also? Once he died, he's like, more vases!
Yeah,
That must have been it.
I have to
That-
go to the war.
That was a
and
different
haunt.
bunker. Yeah.
Different bunker.
Full of vases.
So I feel I don't know how we're not all picking the ghosts right now.
Because of the vases?
Well, because like also we've made it hilarious. It's not scary at all. The vampires, if they're on sale, then I guess we've tamed all vampires. But if they're not,
Jimmy, that was a joke. That's not
That was
real.
just a joke. we have to like the whole world would be fucking fight the vampires based.
Well, no, because I feel like there'd be so many different kinds of vampires that they'd fight each other.
Over
We are
us.
a vampire's common enemy.
We're
Yes.
their common meal.
Yeah.
That's true. You'd be afraid of vampires. But, I mean, I'd be afraid of my face turning to a vase also.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get face-faced.
Ghosts are so vampires
Get off
can fucking just make more vampires like like at a rabbit speed amount of reproduction.
Yeah.
Ghosts,
like horny
ghosts
little rabbit
are like
vampires.
Here and there.
Yeah, ghosts don't reproduce nearly as quickly.
They take a death, a violent.
But I
death,
feel like there'd
a
be
vase-based death.
A memorable vase-based death.
I feel like there'd be more ghosts though, because so many people have died.
Do you remember that story about the starlet who died on that road with her car full of vases?
Well, ghosts aren't just a dead person. They're somebody who had a
Unfinished
tragic
business.
death or unfinished business, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've never actually heard the tragic death part of that. I've only heard the unfinished business.
That's from Heart and Souls, which is one of my favorite fucking campy movies.
Oh, right.
I love Heart and Souls so much.
Where they a whole bus is connected to a baby, right?
Yeah, and the
bus of
baby is
people?
Robert Downey Jr.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
B.B. King's in that movie, too. He has a fucking sweet number.
He's got a sweet number.
Yeah,
With
that
Lucille.
movie's fucking... It's probably not good, but I love it.
We should rewatch it. Let's find it on VHS.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, maybe.
Guys, we dropped the VHS player in the hot tub.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's ruined forever.
Dane,
Yeah.
why'd you do that?
Because I can't help myself.
Well,
I was possessed by a vase ghost.
I'll pick the ghosts. I think that sounds like a more like interestingly macabre world, and they like as we stated, they might not kill you. They might just damn your existence.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, it'd be fun to talk to your relatives.
Yeah, as long as they're not just like screaming unintelligibly at you.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're so busy with vases,
Yeah,
I don't think they'd be screaming.
it's a good point.
As my love has come along. Jimmy, choose.
If they get
Ghosts, it's ghosts all goddamn day.
if they get feisty, you can put them in your shed.
Feisty ghost shed.
Wait, the ghosts or the vases?
Both, because they are both.
Because they are one and the same.
Yes.
Ghosts are vases. Vases are ghosts.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Hey, put those fresh cut flowers in that ghost over there.
Oh, now the flowers are crying blood.
No,
Oh, wow.
no, crying blood flowers.
At least they're not dead.
They're alive, ghosts.
Ghosts.
Yeah, I pick ghosts also. It'd be more interesting and
Yeah.
less terrifying.
Yeah.
Even though there'd be sparkle vampires out there, which are hilarious. Oh, I'm kind of on the fence still. But I picked it, so that's the way it goes.
It crumbles like a delicious cookie.
What else does it crumble like?
Damn.
3 different flavors of cookies.
Like what?
One that tastes like your dick because you just put it in there.
Gross. Okay.
Hot. Go
One
on.
that tastes like forever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Infinity. It tastes
One
of
that
infinity.
tastes like a
Yeah.
scythe.
Oh.
Yummy infinity cookie.
It's funny you say scythe because infinity to me kind of tastes metallic for some reason in my brain when I thought of the taste of infinity.
Like a cloud.
Do clouds taste like metal?
There's a Flaming Lips album called Clouds Taste Metallic.
Oh. That's a deep cut, Jim.
Wow.
I know, I appreciate that.
I think we just became a hipster podcast.
Do you realize that we just turned into the most beautiful podcast?
I get it. Fight some robots. No, it's
So
my
let's
kill.
let's kill some shit and then marry it and fuck it to death.
Fuck,
All right.
Fuck the death.
So coming
hole.
off a creature feature, double creature feature.
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna go into
late
a triple
night,
creature feature. this time.
triple creature.
So our marry, fuck, kill candidates this week are a giant, an ent, the big tree guys from Lord of the Rings, or a dragon.
Oh, one of our favorites. Post favorites.
It's
Now we're all about werewolves.
It's a good dragon.
We do know that dragons are erotic beings.
Yeah, they are. As are werewolves.
Sure.
Primal Hardware.
Right.
Wolves.
Yeah. Lone wolves.
Lone wolf.
Not lone for long.
Hey.
Okay, so a giant, an ant, and a dragon.
A dragon.
God, that ant might give you splinters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
This
true.
is all giant. The threat is that they're all giant creatures.
Big boys.
I was trying really hard to find a good thread of things that wasn't, because one of my earlier drafts of this situation was goblins, kobolds, and gremlins.
Oh,
I like that.
but I don't really know enough about the difference between those three things.
Oh, I could talk all night about the difference. Oh, God.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Brian's fantasy world time.
We'll save it for the post show.
Post show.
Put it on the back burner. Okay.
Sliding through the side hatch.
So giants are anthropomorphic, and that's definitely also somebody's fetish. That is like a fetish that is known. That is a known fetish.
What do you mean anthropomorphic? Tell me about this.
Okay, so they've got arms and legs. They look like they're people.
Humanoid.
They're big people.
Humanoid.
Yeah, they're humanoid.
Oh.
Whereas it's like where an ant is maybe vaguely anthropomorphic, but it's like basically a walking tree.
Yeah.
More than human-like. And a dragon is reptile. It's reptile.
Straight up with scales.
And like a tail and like feet.
And fire breath.
Claws.
It's so hot.
Fire. Ooh, so hot.
And gold, they're rich.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I know which one I'm marrying.
You gold digger.
So my friend tells me you're a doctor.
And a dragon. Dr. Dragon? Ooh.
The doctor is in, and he breathes fire.
I hear wedding bells.
Because he's knocking down the wedding tower. With his big billowing wings.
Okay.
I am not a big fan of giants in general. Like, just the idea of them seems kind of pedestrian and uninteresting. They're just big people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's nothing that really catches me about that.
They're sort of big and stupid, and they just sort of live outdoors.
Right. Like, so what? Who cares?
They're big. They're mysterious.
There's nothing interesting about that.
Fum.
Whatever.
Remember Mickey Mouse?
I do.
Where
okay.
They ate the peas on the knife.
Uh-huh.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
I broke Dave's like, I'm going to be negative about this. Nope, can't do it.
You've convinced me. That was cool. No, I mean, they're just big, sloppy. I feel like there's just so much skin there.
Well, they're not always sloppy. I mean, sometimes they're just like weird, hanging out in clouds, motherfuckers.
But they're the only ones that are anatomically correct as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got one eye.
Sometimes that's a cyclops. Different.
I mean, it's a giant with one eye.
I mean, yeah. The argument is there to be made.
I say nay. I say giants and cyclops are two different creatures.
One is Greek. It's a regional variant.
Well, and I've also seen cyclops. I've seen cyclops with like tusks, and they're kind of more bestial than giants.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
That could have been the third one. That's what I'm saying. You fucked up, Jimmy.
But there are two that you wouldn't have been happy with that.
No, I wouldn't have.
You would have been unhappy with that.
I'm happy.
It's like a giant with one eye, or a tree.
My God, you're right. I really love plants, and you boys know about my tendencies in fantasy role-playing games, where I love living plant things. So I'm, partial to that. Yeah. I'm really playing favorites on this podcast tonight. This balmy autumn evening.
It's raining balmy autumn evening.
It's so balmy and rain.
It's raining on our balms.
And dragons are freaking cool.
They are.
But I don't feel like they treat me right.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd be very selfish creatures.
Treat her right. Treat her right.
They wouldn't be a companion. They would be, out for themselves and for their gold. And, they're looking for maidens all the time. I'm not a maiden. I know who I am. Let's be real. I'm a 30-year-old man. I'm a man. I'm a 30-year-old bearded man.
I am a man.
What if it's a lady dragon?
Well, then she's probably going to look for maidens anyway, because I've only seen dragons go for maidens.
Well, maybe the lady dragons don't go. They don't capture people because they're not assholes.
In certain mythoses, dragons are shapeshifters too.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
Some. Yeah.
That might be cool.
I had a girlfriend once who told me all about dragon facts, but not like
that you wanted.
No,
she just kept spouting them, and you're
like
okay.
She was saying them as if they were absolute.
Jennifer,
fact.
thank you. Jennifer, that's enough. Jennifer, I get it. Dragons are real. Okay, Jennifer.
And I was looking at her. I was like, Are you being serious? Like, it's cool. You're telling me it's dragon lore.
But you think they're real. My mom still contends that dragons or fairies are real.
My mom contends that unicorns are real.
Yeah. Of course, my mom also says that Paul McCartney's her husband, and she's been married for like 20 years now.
That's a
well, my mom won't shut up about how Jim Beam is real. Wow.
That's an alcohol.
Then she throws a bottle at my head.
Oh, God. Wow. What's real and what is jokes here? Let's find out. Let's talk about milk fluids again.
Let's talk about it.
Talk about tacos. Tacos.
Oh, God.
Dragons wouldn't have any milk because they give egg birth. And
it's true.
No mammal teats.
No boobs.
No boobs. No way.
No boobs. No problem. Come on down to the Vampire Emporium. We've got all the different kind of vampires with boobs and not with boobs. And dragons. Now, bonus dragon vampires.
It's an enormous warehouse.
It's very big. It's mythically large.
I think we can agree giving live birth to young is overrated.
Eggs all the way. Eggs all the way!
Come to Uncle Bill's Dragon Hutch. Only eggs all the time.
It's thatched like a hut. You'll see it from the freeway. Come on down.
Go past the Vampire Emporium and you'll find the dragons.
It's right next door.
It's right next door.
I own them both.
I own them. and then if you keep going, there's some sort of bullshit giant commune.
Pixie, I don't know.
A
Pixie
Pixie
aviary.
Palace? Oh, aviary. I like that.
Man, I just remembered that giants are sometimes cool. In the
whatever.
No, in the
Whatever.
the new King's Quest game, they are. I think they're giants. They might be big trolls now that I'm remembering, but they're quite large because they have bridges on their backs and they have a deal with the humans that like they'll be the bridges and they just sort of have bridges on their backs and they come and they are bridges when the townspeople need them. And it's pretty neat.
It's kind of a cool story plot device.
Yeah. I think those are trolls because like the gag is kind of like they're under the bridge all the time because they are the bridge.
They're just enormous. Yeah.
Okay, cut that out.
Anyway,
cut it all out. Never mind.
Okay, so I think I've made up my mind.
I don't care. Shut up.
Whoa.
I don't want to get on task. I don't want to stay off task. I want to start an entirely different task. Go fuck yourself.
Talk about vases. No, go ahead.
I would marry,
Brian.
fuck, and kill a vase.
In that order.
Okay, no. I would kill the Ent because splinters and ouch.
Oh, okay.
And no thank you. I would fuck the giant because it's anatomically correct, even though quite possibly not possible. Or fun. Or survivable. So yeah, fuck the giant. Fuck the giant.
How many
the fucking
times?
giants win the pennant. The fucking giants win the pennant. No. I don't know.
It's a baseball reference.
I don't know where it came from.
That's weird.
And I'd marry a dragon because that seems kind of like, might end up sort of like a Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf scenario.
I'm unfamiliar.
Don't talk about the boy, Martha. Don't talk about the hoard, Martha. Don't talk about my treasure, Martha. Kind of thing. That's just like disgusting marriage that won't end, just full of acrimony and mutual hatred.
Okay.
So yeah, it might end up like that.
You'd revel in that.
I think that I'd still get to go to fantastic parties, and that it just sort of this like sort of magnificence to it. It'd be like gratifying in a weird way.
Oh, like marrying the Goblin King.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and maybe there could be some shape shifting Nookie. I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe
He turned into a vampire.
Sure.
I would
turn into a vampire and put my dick off.
Yeah. I would kill the giant because I'm not thrilled with them, as I've stated before. Even despite peas being eaten off knives.
And bridges on backs,
and
maybe.
It's not the right one. So I'd kill the giants, and then I'd be a giant slayer. I would marry the ant because I like plants, man. I do. And they're very loyal. You know, if I'm on their side, then they're on my side.
Plants, man.
Yeah. I just think that'd be cool. I'd always have a lovely place to sleep in their branches. I feel like they would provide for me, and I'd get all that sticky icky green bud from them. The dankest of weeds.
In the books, they provide this stuff called like ant draughts that like some of the hobbits drink.
Get you so high,
and it makes you really fucking strong.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because like some of those hobbits actually get super diesel because they drink this fucking ant booze.
Yeah,
and yeah, like
I didn't even know that, and that's even better.
All jacked up.
Good.
Woo.
Was that in the movies or just in the
I don't think it was in the movies.
And you know,
I want that plot line.
Wood can get real smooth, guys. Like, I hear you about the splinters.
Nope.
But wood can get real smooth.
Nope.
So also, there's just splinters on live wood, right? Like,
you can get splinters on live wood.
You can, but
yeah.
It's a tree. It's bark on the outside.
I think
you can get splinters from bark.
I think I would wear that wood out. And then I would fuck a dragon because that seems dangerous, and I'd get off on it. I'd like, ooh, fire, ooh, claws, ooh, teeth,
ooh, baby, give me a fiery beach.
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
oh yeah,
and like a scaly vagina.
Oh god,
yeah. I'd get all up in there.
That would be a unique sensation.
I bet like giving oral to a dragon would be spicy too. Like there'd be maybe a metallic taste to it also, like infinity.
Like that's not your head would go all the way in.
Hush now, child.
Unless it's a baby dragon, which would be very weird.
Yeah, not okay.
So that's my choices. No matter how you naysay me about giving dragons oral pleasures. Jimmy, go.
I'm the same as you.
Oh, really?
Fuck a dragon, because I like dragons, but I don't think I'd want to marry one.
Yeah.
Because you're probably a jerk.
Yeah.
I'd kill a giant because they are kind of dumb and stupid, and I'd marry the tree because man, in that movie, those two little guys had they just seem to be having the time of their life hanging out in those branches. It'd be an all right life.
It'd be like you get to live in a treehouse, meaning your treehouse would love you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that much affection from where I'm living.
Well, you're a cold-hearted sumbitch, so...
I just like my own space, okay? From my space.
Don't tell that to Alexa. It's a joke. It's a talking house joke. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Jimmy with the deep cuts.
Jimmy with the product placement. Cha-ching!
Cha-ching! Primal Hardware. All right, so Stephanie Ed in Berkeley, our favorite lady, Stephanie Ed, she asks, would you rather wear a Jacobin ruff or a Victorian lace cravat to a party?
What?
So a Jacobean ruff is like that thing that Shakespeare wears around his neck. It's all fluffy and froofy.
Oh.
It's like neck insulation. And the
looks kind of like an accordion.
And a cravat is basically kind of like a neckerchief, kind of like Fred from Scooby-Doo wore.
But it'd be lace.
Yes, and Victorian-y.
That sounds more comfortable.
Be floofy, and you'd probably have a little pin in it.
Oh, I know what you're... Okay. Like a
fancy man.
Like it sticks up like a bird.
It kind of poofs out a little bit. There's a little bit of poof to it.
What would make me look less like a douchebag? It's a tough one.
I feel like the how do you say it? Jacobean?
The Jacobean ruff.
Oh, I said Jacobin.
Jacobin!
That's what I'd walk into a party and just go, Jacobin! I feel like that would be more funny and less pretentious. Because people are like, oh, what the fuck? What is that? That's so crazy. You'd be peacocking.
So like without like the fucking like doublet, you know, and the hosen, would look kind of odd. Like if I'm wearing like a fucking hoodie and like jeans and a Jacobean ruff, that it doesn't exactly like
incongruous.
Flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of think you could.
It's a fancy party. Not to interrupt. I'm sorry. It's a fancy party though.
It just says to a party.
Shit.
To a party.
I thought it was a fancy
The kind of parties I go to, not so fucking fancy.
I think if you showed up in either of these things, they would automatically become fancy parties.
I don't don't know.
Just by the very virtue of you being there, wearing these things, they would become fancified.
So I'm rolling up in there in a fucking flannel
that's
got like pit stains and like some curry juice and a board shorts and flip-flops and a Jacobian ruff.
Sure.
And it's a fancy party all
on
of a
your
sudden?
bare neck. That's right.
I don't think so.
People are drinking Miller High Life and playing beer pong.
Suddenly it turns into champagne.
And then
Fucking red cups.
red cups turn into flutes, like crystal flutes.
The kind of flutes you play.
Yeah.
It's hard to drink.
It's hard to drink out of. They're like giant holed straws.
Very tricky, but beautiful.
Beautiful. Do you know that the practice of singing into a flute while playing it is called ham and eggs?
Ooh.
I didn't know that was. Oh, that thing.
That's called ham and eggs.
Oh,
Why?
that's so
That's
cool.
just what it's called.
I want...
I learned that from the movie Anchorman.
Oh.
Not from my extensive music background.
Ham and eggs.
Ham and eggs coming at you.
Ham and eggs.
So I might be making that up. Anyway,
Making me hungry.
Right?
In any case.
your question of like what would make you look more pompous, regardless of what else you're
I believe
wearing.
my exact question was like less of a douchebag.
Less
sir.
of a douchebag.
Less of a douchebag.
I feel like the lace cravat would make you look like a douchebag.
Yeah.
I think it's because like the other thing, the big round thing around your neck.
The ruff.
Jacoby,
That's the one. Yeah. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's so funny.
Like, it's clearly and obviously and loudly hilarious.
It's so out there. It's like so not a thing people would wear now.
The other thing's like...
You could almost see a person wearing that.
Yeah, the other thing's like, wait, she rolls up and you're like, wait.
Why are you wearing...
Wait.
Now, guys, there are goth clubs out there where people will go and dress gothically.
Sure, but that's with the whole fucking outfit.
Right, but the lace
it fits a lot better.
You could wear both of these things to said goth events.
I don't know if you could wear the ruffles.
You could.
You
a
could.
goth party.
You might. No, you could. It
You
would look a
definitely
little bit more
could.
out there. You'd be drawing a lot more eyes.
And I think that's a good thing if you're going to a goth party.
Probably.
What you want
Stand
to
out.
Also, the Jacobian ruff will protect your neck from the fucking vampires.
the vampires. There you go.
Who's that guy with the ruff?
If you go to the Vampire Emporium, you gotta wear a Victorian ruff.
I don't know who that guy is, but I won't be drinking his blood tonight.
Can't do it.
Can't get to it.
Well, shit.
I think that the ruff was invented to prevent vampire biting.
Now we know.
We get it now.
Yeah.
And the lace cravat was invented for douchebags.
Ease of vampire feeding. Just whip it off, put it back on.
It's like a little present they can untie real quick.
And is it a surprise that like the Victorian era was like the height of vampireness?
No surprise here.
I'm not surprised.
I am not
Look
surprised.
up, how do you spell it? A lace?
Cravat.
Cravat is CRAVAT.
Cravat.
Well, I believe that cravats...
Oh, this is much different than I thought it was.
A cravat, I think, eventually turns into the necktie. That's the evolution. And before that, it was the armor bib of a knight's armor. And so...
Eventually, it evolves into Lenny Cravats.
American woman.
A vampire would love to wear this.
Right.
Holy shit, a vampire would fucking eat this shit up for breakfast.
Yeah.
Especially if it was made out of blood.
Yeah. And man.
Most deaf.
Steph, who's changed his name. I think I'm going with the Jacobian ruff because I've always wanted to wear one, to be quite honest with you. I think it would, like, your chin would, like, kind of, like, push, like, you'd not have a range of movement? Mamu movement? Mamu mamu, as I like to call it. But also, it would satisfy my being center of attention thing, where the cravat would just make everybody give me the side eye and avoid me. If I was at a normal party, if I was at a fancy party, I'd get compliments on it.
Then I do the monster mash.
It was a gothic smash.
That voice you made.
Oh.
I think I might go with the lace cravat. I think for
jackass.
I know, such a douchebag. I think I could maybe
Like, it's still funny.
I could maybe pull it off for an
It's
evening.
just less funny.
I think if any, but of the three of us, I think you could pull off the lace cravat.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I do.
If you're going to the kind of party
Thank
that
you.
it sounded like you were going to, though, fucking food is falling in that immediately.
Oh yeah.
Crumbs.
It gets covered with.
It covers. It protects your undershirt.
It's
from
like
getting crumbs on it.
It's all full of Cheeto crumbs and 7-layer dip. It's just like.
And I
all
guess
up
the
in
other
there.
thing would do that too, though, because it would.
No, it would
bounce
do it
on
even more, because then you'd have like the
It's
deep.
like a dog cone of fashion. Guys, I'm doing that.
You going for the dog cone?
Yeah, I'll get spaghetti
boy.
all up in my dog cone.
Oh, and then save it for later.
It's for later. I can just take it off, put it in the microwave,
And then
get
you would-
new meal.
And you wouldn't chew at your wound either.
I couldn't.
You couldn't be
Couldn't
physically
do that.
able to do that. Well, guys, we did it. Another episode in the can, as they say.
Hopefully not the trash can.
I think we've discovered a lot of truths about ourselves. I think that we've gotten to know each other better. We've gotten to know the world better.
Yeah.
I think we've really made some strides towards enlightenment. And
Sorry, I farted it.
What a weird jet in the tub that
it was
was.
so dry in the wet tub.
I got a dry butthole. It's actually a problem I have.
Anyway,
It's terminal.
if you'd like to send us some would you rathers, send us them to shut up. Both of you, shut the fuck up. God damn it.
No, keep talking.
I'm trying. Send them to the PJCcast at gmail.com. Tweet us at the PJCcast. Shut up. It's not that funny.
Silently laughing.
It's not that funny.
Are you Dane?
Uh,
Yes, it is.
review us on iTunes. Give us a listen over there. We are on iTunes. And like us on Facebook and send us stuff. We got a really great Lonely Heart today from a listener. So thank you.
Thank you.
To who was it?
T. Ramari.
Thank you.
Mari.
Thank you so much, T. Ramari.
And my name's been, will be, and shall be again, Dane.
I'm Brian.
I'm Jimmy, always. Probably.
Like the metallic infinity.
Yeah.
So
Don't
thanks
dig.
for coming over, my friends and my neighbors. Have a good night and get home safe.
May God bless.
Every one of us.
But Dane, it was that funny.
I'm sorry if that comes out really loud. I think they got a little too close to the mic.
The fart?
Yeah.
I'll turn it down. It probably will be very loud.
We'll just cut it out.
Cool.
Let's just turn everyone off milk real quick.
Yeah.
I had a guy. This isn't funny. I'm not telling the story.
Good.
I'm cutting this out.
Good idea. I think you just made a very good choice. A good judgment choice. You were both very good judgment boys there for a moment. I'm really glad that we stopped talking about blood and pus and things people love
This fucking holiday episode.
in this very cheery rainy season holiday episode.
Fucking yummy cow juice.
Yummy cow juice in your belly hole.
Our next big sponsor,
It's cow juice.
cow juice. Get it up in ya.
Fuck.
Solidify your bones.